I wanted to give some kind of an example of our church. And when I say our church, I don't mean the church I pastor. I mean our church, the Church of Chillicothe. What good is it if we all have churches that are full of people and it's fun, exciting, we have great programs, great worship, all of it that we think is so important, and then the city is literally gone to hell? I thought maybe out here, where the real work of the church is, that if you want to see our church, we'd go around our city.
Nestled in the hills of southern Ohio, Chillicothe is a historic town of 22,000 people. Another 50,000 people live in the county. It's part of the industrial Midwest, with agriculture and manufacturing serving as the life's blood of the economy. As Ohio's first capital, the historic district is of special interest, and there's no better place than downtown to see the renaissance that is taking place.
All right, so when we came downtown, this is our building. I mean, it was a ghost town down here. The places were empty, boarded up. This was back probably about 10 years ago, and we opened up this. We brought some of our offices down here. Today, we have a counseling center for people that are suffering from all kinds of different problems, afflictions, addictions. Also, we have a recovery group, and upstairs we have a couple of apartments where people live, and the change that we've seen downtown has been absolutely incredible.
In 2003, the crown jewel of Chillicothe's downtown, the Carlisle building, was almost totally destroyed by fire. For 10 years, it sat boarded up and deteriorating. Through the hard work of a number of civic organizations, government agencies, and investment groups, the Carlisle building was returned to her former glory, winning 16 awards from the Heritage Ohio Foundation in the process. Today, our local hospital, founded and overseen by 10 local churches, offers medical care on the ground floor and housing for interns on the second and third floors. There's even a group of pastors who pray together in its iconic tower on the corner of Paint and Main Streets. This project was a major catalyst in Chillicothe's downtown revitalization.
Yeah, so this is roast coffee, excellent coffee. They grind their own beans, started by a young entrepreneur that loves Jesus. He's part of the church of our community. Incredible place. In fact, on Monday nights, you ought to see what goes on inside here.
Once a week, Christians from various churches gather here in this coffee shop after hours to pray and intercede for our city.
So here is another coffee shop. Great people here that started this with an altruistic purpose, which is they mentor teenagers in here. You can come in here practically any time during the day, and you're going to see where they take mentors, team them up with teenagers to make a difference in their lives. So as you can see, the construction continues downtown. It's amazing how many people are buying these buildings and fixing them up. Right here is an exciting place. It's called Market 9. And this gal is expanding her business, and she feels inspired. Why? Because she believes Christ has called her to be an entrepreneur. Fantastic place. Love to go in there. Maybe someday you can visit it too. There's a man that's an elder in one of the congregations here on the worship team and decides he wants to have a restaurant. And then just this week, a bakery opened right here. Two young ladies, they love the Lord, just feel inspired to come downtown and to make our downtown even better. A thriving hub and community. High Five Cakes. Amazing.
Inspired by the understanding of city transformation, our church and many others have caught a new vision for what is possible in our city.
We just felt like one of the purposes of the city church is to make our city better. And the construction that's going on here is incredible, and it's led by Christians. I stood on the street corner for 30 minutes the other day talking to the man that owns a lot of these buildings, and he said that he is spurred on by commitment to Christ and by the purpose of making the city a better place. Now you can see this is one of our condemned buildings here, boarded up, but some great news was given to us just about a week ago. They're actually going to demolish this entire building and build a downtown boutique hotel right here in the middle of Chillicothe. Two Christian entrepreneurs come together to form an investment group, and they're building this, investing in our city. That's their purpose. It's called the Fort Collective. Well, after this was going up, another developer looked at the architecture and decided they also wanted to get into some of the action. So this was actually a vacant lot. There was a building that burned down, and now it's going to be an incredible retail space, all connected with the same kind of architecture and look that matches our historic downtown. So I'm standing here in the middle of our city park, and this is our lake. It's one of our treasures. This bridge, which serves as a backdrop for all of the proms, homecomings, for weddings and that type of thing, it literally was crumbling. And so we had a 5K run over several years. We purchased fireworks one year. We had bike racks installed downtown. We put in flower pots just to make things beautiful. We also raised money to rebuild this part of the bridge that literally was becoming dangerous. Now, in and of itself, maybe that doesn't seem like a huge thing, and it's not. But yet, whenever you do many things like this, and maybe every church just doing a little bit, whatever they can, it really can create big results over time.
No one was more inspired by the message of city transformation than the people of our church. Suddenly, our members were inspired to go back to college. Many of them completed their degrees and postgraduate degrees. Today, they are working in upper management in a variety of local companies. And our young people began to dream bigger dreams too. Today, there are a number of business owners, doctors, teachers, police officers, entrepreneurs, attorneys, corporate executives, government officials, and ministers, all under the age of 35.
So one of the other businesses that birthed early on was Hometown Apparel. So we're going to go in and see if Ben's in there. Come on. Of course, everybody knows this young man right here was my personal assistant, lived in my house with me. I practically raised him.
You did. That's true. And fed me.
And this is his shop, Hometown Apparel. Actually, this man is an elder, one of the founding members of our church when we planted it. And he bought this building. Now, here's what's significant about this building. This was the headquarters of a man by the name of General St. Clair, who was the first governor of the Northwest Territory. So literally, this building was the seat of power originally of the Northwest Territory just after our Revolutionary War. I'm standing out by the highway, and this is Chillicothe Carpet. Great story. The man that started this business came to our business school, and over 24 weeks, we taught our students how to put together a business plan, and the top 3 students were able to present their business plan to some investors. Well, the man that started this actually was one of the top 3, pitched his idea, a banker accepted it, loaned him the money, and here we are. Chillicothe Carpet. Now, they didn't start here. They actually started in a warehouse you couldn't hardly even find, but the business exploded. They have great products, great service, servicing all of Southern Ohio, both residential and commercial. But not only that, this couple actually is in charge of all of our outreach ministries and benevolence ministries at our church. So they serve Jesus in the marketplace, but they also serve Jesus at their local church.
Speaking of benevolence ministries, no work of the kingdom of God is complete without helping the disadvantaged and the marginalized citizens of our cities. This is where a number of Christians and churches have come together to make a difference. Like this year's Serve Day, where 15 churches and over 300 volunteers came together to serve our city, cleaning the streets, picking up garbage, and making our city something to be proud of. The change of attitude in our city in the last 15 years has been remarkable.
So these boxes are all over the city, and what this is free food. And Christian people just built these, set them in strategic locations. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you got food, put it in there. If you need food, here it is. Anyone in the city can take from this and not be hungry. I'm standing outside Elizabeth's Hope Pregnancy Center, and what this is an alternative for abortion. So you have moms-to-be, and their options are limited. They're looking for a place to help them. This is the place that does that, all for free. It's an incredible ministry led by Christian women, birthed out of the need to be able to serve these young ladies who have hardly any options in their life. Incredibly, these people are saving lives of hundreds and hundreds of babies and their parents. So this is one of our shining gems here in Chillicothe, Hope Clinic. It's a free medical clinic. Not only that, they do dental, they do eye exams, all for free. They give out food. It's an incredible ministry spearheaded by Christians where healthcare professionals decided they wanted to make a difference. So one night a week, they treat anyone for free that walks in these doors. So this is Jackie's house, and it's specifically for moms with children who are homeless. It's a transitional place where they can come and live, they can be discipled, put back on their feet, and then rejoin our community.
Inspired to act, Nikki and I decided to enter the housing market. We specialize in rehabbing distressed properties, providing affordable housing for people, slowly but surely transforming neighborhoods and creating a sense of civic and personal pride. Today we own 25 units debt-free and have sold 3 refurbished homes to first-time homebuyers.
Okay, this is one of the units I own. Bought this, rehabbed it. What's really cool is the people that live on this side were baptized a couple of months ago, and then the girl that lives over here, she's an intercessor. So she sits on the front porch and prays for people as they walk up and down the street. Next door, over here, these people now are completely rehabbing that property. It was a mess last year. And then this house right here had been raided for drugs 3 or 4 times now. Someone else bought it. They're fixing that up, moved a great elderly couple in there. So you're seeing a street that's starting to change.